bonsoir. How's your French after 3 days in Paris?
Non-existent. Still at the same
no
level.
progress on my French either.
Maybe next year we'll try better.
Maybe next year. Perhaps I would like to start just by saying thank you for everyone that came to the Celo Salon in Paris. We have had amazing conversations. I got to meet many new people that are interested in building on Celo, and that was fascinating to me. What were some of your highlights, Anna?
Oh, I mean, meeting in person was definitely the highlight of this week, but I think today, DAOs and Communities Day was such a highlight for me, getting to host it with you today, getting to do the programming and invite all of our favorite community builders and DAOs and meet so many of you in person was really, really special.
Yeah. For those who are not here, this is Kuneco live this time from Paris. And this is just going to be a short opportunity for us to present some updates from the ecosystem. We have people from Toucan, we have Climate Collective, we have Good Ghosting, the Celo family is here. So to get us started, I'm going to invite Renee to share a few words.
Wait a second, guys, wait. This wasn't coordinated, but this is like the French flag, right?
Wow, look at this.
Awesome. Well, I'll echo your words. This week was phenomenal, except for the lack of sleep. I think ReFi summer is officially here, and I'm not talking about the weather out there, haha. No, but honestly, I think nothing beats in-person connection and coming together in this space and just generally across the city at the various events throughout the week has been really phenomenal, and it's giving me a lot of hope for what's to come in the years, bear market or not. I also want to give a special shout out to my co-founder Merrick, who is right now still wrapping up a call with the validator community, just reviewing last week's events. And to me, that was just a really, stressful moment, but also a really great moment to see just how the validator community came together so quickly, coordinated, obviously lots of espresso and little sleep, but worked through a pretty challenging situation and really made Celo stronger coming out of it. So yeah, really special shout out to the validators, to Merrick for switching into God mode, for C-Labs with their technical chops working on a solution, and really everyone who was helping and supporting from the sidelines. With that, turning back to the programming, we only have half an hour, so we're all going to talk at 1.5x speed. John X, you're up next. Show us what you got.
Thanks, Renee. Hello, everyone. My name is John. I'm head of ecosystem at Toucan Protocol, where we're on a mission to unlock climate action at scale. I didn't even know where to begin. The impressions of the week are still kind of flowing over me. We're still here. There's still more to do. Tomorrow and the next day we have Sustainable Blockchain Summit, which I know a lot of people here will be at. A few things stand out. Climate Collective organized a few events that I think Craig will talk about in a few minutes, but we had a couple of sense-making workshops with various members of the ReFi ecosystem who came together and kind of surfaced ideas about what ReFi means to them from the various corners of the space, with the idea of gathering together a good understanding of the breadth of perspectives, but also kind of aligning on some common language and some common messaging, which I think is really valuable as we look at communicating what we're trying to do to people who are not quite so familiar with Web3 and regeneration. There's a number of people who joined there. I think we'll do some kind of a post where we can share a bit more of that. Toucan, Flow, Carbon, and Zenkin hosted a lovely après event here in this space a couple of nights ago that was very graciously organized, mostly by Sandra and the Celo team, so huge thanks to that. But it was just a chance for everyone to connect, and I think for me, really kind of understanding the value of this in-person connection and the trust building that goes on. It almost feels like a feast and famine in socializing, and we're going to go back to our computers and sit in our houses, and then we get together and have this week of fun. Well, fun and work. It's sometimes hard to explain. And I suppose, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. I think, the point around who's in the room and who's not in the room is a really important one. We do have quite a healthy level of diversity, and I know that's by design within this specific community, but there are still a lot of people who I think should be here, and that's both from different parts of the world, but also different industries and kind of parts of the economy. So I know that's something that at Toucan we're putting a lot of energy into trying to foster, same at Climate Collective, Celo, and that's something I think we'd really like to invite. And I think, yeah, finally, it deserves mention that Monday was the hottest day on record in the history of France. And that is very grounding, and it's quite timely that we came together to try to understand how we can use these new technologies to coordinate a climate response and do our best to manage the amount of damage that's happening to the world. So looking forward, there's a lot of exciting things. We do have some big announcements coming from Toucan, but in the coming weeks, we will be launching Toucan Protocol on Celo. So stay tuned for that, but a lot of exciting partnerships lined up, and there's a lot more to come there. We're also building some new tools to realize the benefits of on-chain carbon, some exciting UIs, some more on-chain functionality, and yeah, I think just as a closing note before Craig comes up, this event really proves the value of building in the open. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, John. I think our big takeaways, I'm Craig from the Climate Collective. It's great to be here and speaking. I think it goes without saying to echo Renee's comments about nothing beats in-person interaction. So a lot of our big takeaways for us were being able to meet some of our partners and community members for the first time in real life and spend time with them, spend time with the Toucans and the Flows and the Senkins and the Astral Protocols and the Collectivos, among many others, and the social stacks of the world who we spend a lot of time talking. And we are able to get into a room, as John mentioned. We had our ReFi sense-making workshop in 2 parts, and the goal of that was to align on goals, align on definitions. What does the word regenerative mean? How do we define these things at the, for the goal of making sure that we can better explain and be on the same page? Our goal, as John mentioned, we know who was in the room. We also knew who wasn't in the room. There's a lot more inclusion that needs to happen. We need more climate scientists. We need more, indigenous stakeholders. We need a lot more. And so we have realized we made a lot of progress, but we also recognize who we need to include for these next times. We also spent a lot of time on mapping our Web3 marketplace, our colleague Mirvan, and please look up his mapping tool. It's incredibly important to, get correct data for that, and so please reach out to us and take a look at that and understand what is the state of our community, what is the state of our particular small slice of ReFi, and how do we make that bigger, and how do we convince people that this is where they should be spending time, effort, talent, and energy. And so the last thing I'll say, just because I think John covered a lot of it, is that this has made us realize how much momentum there is in this particular industry, how much promise there is, and I think we're all incredibly excited to build regardless of market conditions, and we think that our mission is one that is incredibly important, and we thank you all. And I think I'm giving to Alexei.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Alexei from Mento Team. First of all, thanks to everyone who put effort into organizing this Celo Salon. It was great. It was a great week of building connections with partnerships in Celo ecosystem and beyond. I was especially excited to meet some of our community members who usually go anonymous here in person. I think it was especially great. I want to highlight a talk by Ruben from Collectiva that will happen on Tuesday, where Ruben shared how they're building a stable community currency backed by ecological resources of their island. And also on Tuesday, there was a great panel discussion with Mesh and Slobodan and Layer Zero from MakerDAO about how we approach, how we think about robustness when we develop stable assets. Let me quickly pick at my notes. And yeah, there will be like recordings of the sessions available on Celo's YouTube next week. And also, given this opportunity that I have attention of the community, I wanted to make an announcement that we have 2 governance proposals coming up, CGP 58 and 59. Please take a look at them on the forum. They aim to decrease the spread for Celo Real and increase the bucket sizes, which will significantly improve the experience of our users and help to foster adoption of Celo assets in Brazil. The voting should start next week. Keep an eye on our Twitter. It's Mento Protocol for further announcements. And yeah, with that, I would like to hand it over to Rachel from Good Hosting, who will share highlights from Wednesday, that was the day of social impact. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, just as everyone said, it's been absolutely brilliant to be in person and see the huge amount of energy that's coming behind this regen and regenerative movement. Super excited to be part of that. I've got a couple of updates from my project, which is Good Ghosting. It's been a super busy week, so we thought, why not also launch a V2 this week? So we've got... Yeah, thank you. We did a launch event today, and we've got loads of new cool features, which is just going to make it much easier for us to help our users build better financial habits and also collaborate with more people in the space. So we've got some cool stuff like a hodl pool, sort of gamified staking. We're going to also open up the yield strategies that we can tap into, so it will be more opportunities there as well, as also opening it up to accept any token here as well. So if you have any token project that wants to kind of incentivize holding, saving, and helping their community just grow their personal wealth, get in contact. And also this week, been super excited to launch 2 save-to-save pools. So we all know about play to earn, and then with Good Ghosting, we had save to earn. Now we've got save to save. So these are pools that are not only going to help you save, but also help support, some of the amazing projects in this space. So we have 2 pools, one for impact market and one for plastics as well. So check that out. But yeah, that's it from me. Super excited to be here. And I'm going to hand over to Gabriella from Ethic Hub.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, first, thank you to Celo for creating the space to gather all the projects and to create the powerful synergies that we get when we are together. We, especially in Ethic Hub, we leave Paris with lots of new ideas and lots of new connections. Yesterday, we presented a panel between Ethic Hub and Impact Market, talking about how empower the local communities through DeFi, and that was certainly very interesting for us, and now we are planning to do something in Peru together. And yesterday, this is the launching week, it seems. Yesterday, Ethic Hub went alive on Celo. This means now, yeah, thank you. This means now you can use Celo USD to buy bonds to invest in the amazing farmers that are producing this amazing specialty coffee. And you can also stake on behalf of them to keep moving forward and creating what is called winter-proof projects, because we are connecting DeFi to the real world. So this DeFi summer will be light, and we will go together out of this. Thank you very much. Happy to be here. Now, Felipe, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Felipe from Talent Protocol. And yeah, I'm here to move on one day and talk about our day-to-day about community and DAOs. So I have 2 quick things to say. First is that we did a panel on DAOs where we kind of tried to simplify all the complex talk we have. So what does the word DAO really mean, and we came to some interesting conclusions. I would share one interesting takeaway was actually that DAOs, the thought that DAOs are not like a new box that will replace LLCs or kind of the organizations and the ways that we coordinate people nowadays, but it's actually more like the absence of that box, the absence of the rules that we have. So that's why it's hard to agree on the definition, because we're exploring what we can do outside of that box, and that was an interesting thought. Also realizing that building a product and a startup is not really the best use case for DAOs, because you need some speed to make decisions and kind of an approach where we go from, we have like progressive decentralization that makes more sense for product. And a good use case was, for example, political parties is a good thing that DAOs can be applied for. This was number one. Number two, about community. We did the second talent house this week here in Paris. The first one was at Barcelona at Celo Connect. It was, thank you. We managed to bring 13 talents from all around the world, from Thailand to Argentina, here in Paris, and for them to attend their first event. And the feedback couldn't be better. We did a brunch matching them with experience builders. And yeah, we still have applications open for Talent House in Bogota during DEF CON, and also in Lisbon during Heat Lisbon Web Summit. So please apply until Sunday if you want to be the next to attend Talent House. Thank you. Now I'm handing it over to Yaz. Where's Yaz? Oh, here you are.
Hey everyone, I'm Yaz. I'm one of the stewards of Ocelot. Now I'll cover what Ocelot does and what are the activities we've been doing. So Ocelot stands for Original Celo Treasury, and we're governed by 4 different tenets: radical experimentation, research and development, emerging markets, and community. When Celo first created the phone identity system, that was the first example of radical experimentation. So we want to carry that torch forward with more radical experiments to do. The first most important project that we're doing is Mezcal. Mezcal is a radical experiment to moving a layer 1 to become a layer 2. The reason we want to do this is because it's going to bring a lot of blockchain developer talent to Celo, which is an important mission to do. In other kind of experiments we're doing, Gitcoin round, we donated up to $350,000 to 3 different rounds in climate, DEI, and the Ukraine efforts. And on the research and development front, we're committing $250,000 to the Z Prize competition for zero-knowledge research. And we're targeting the mobile category because the mobile category is really important on the ZK front when it comes to Celo and phone identity. On emerging markets, we are also committed. We supported the Caribbean Blockchain Alliance, and we're supporting the DAOs in their Mexico City events. On the community side, we are supporting Unnamed Fund and the DAO NYC. Currently, for the next round of support and grants, we're supporting Women Build Web3, which is an awesome collection of women who are super talented developers, and they're building the next wave of Web3 application, and they just need support and grants. And we're also supporting Bloomtree, who are doing a lot of mindfulness and spiritual journeys for a lot of Web3 companies. And if you want to find out more about all the other projects that we're doing, go to ocelotlabs.xyz to find out more, or reach out to me, talk to me, and we can talk about how to support you, depending on the 4 different tenets of Ocelot. And with that, I'll give it to Rachel.
Hello, everyone. It's really amazing to be here and to reconnect with so many people that we've worked with, and to meet so many new founders and builders in the ecosystem. And today I wanted to tell you about a great opportunity called Celo Camp. If you've heard of it, so you know where to apply. If you haven't, I just wanted to tell you about it. Celo Camp Batch 6 is now open. You can apply at celocamp.com. And it's a great way to build your projects, to meet other founders in the ecosystem, form partnerships, collaborate, And it's an 8-week virtual acceleration and mentorship program. So we set you up with mentors one-on-one. You can receive funding in the form of prizes, as well as high exposure to investment opportunities. And it's just a really, really wonderful and inspiring program, and I highly encourage you to apply if you are looking to build on Celo and have a project that you like to grow and develop. So you can find me. I'm here for the rest of the day, or you can reach out to us at celocamp.com. So thank you very much. And I'm handing it off to Fiverr from Social Stack.
Thank you so much. So grateful to be here. You guys have made an incredible space. I'm Pfeiffer. I'm head of ecosystem at Social Stack. Have a couple of super exciting announcements. Number one, we just launched our V3, which allows all of our communities' tokens to be visible under one platform and our communities to pool towards collective action campaigns that allow people to earn both the social tokens as well as Celo. We're running Summer of Action this summer, which allows people to earn Celo. And we're also announcing a grant program of $350K for nonprofits that wish to incentivize their communities on our platform. So nice to be here.
Thank you. Good to see everybody. My name is Brandi Camacho. I'm with Developer Relations at the Celo Foundation. Man, how crazy is this? ReFi Summer, it totally kicked off, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but it's really exciting to see all the diversity that's going on in the space. The coolest part that I love, and this is going to segue to an event that we're kicking off, is that we finally get to work on those legacy problems that in Web 2 just couldn't solve. So finally, we get to take it a step further with regenerative finance. To kick it off, we have an event going on. So I met a lot of cool projects, a lot of neat developers out there. So what we want to do is we want to do something a little bit different. So we set up a pitch-a-thon event. So if you're in Paris, I know all you here are, but for those folks that are tuning in, if you're here, stop by and attend our pitch-a-thon. We're going to have a really cool event, very inclusive. So oftentimes I focus on developers, right? We're all about building and integrating support within the ecosystem. But for this event, we wanted to bridge that gap. And that gap's really about how can we connect product leaders in the space, those designers, the founders, to attend and collaborate. And that's what this pitch-a-thon is. So it's a single-day event happening tomorrow, 10 a.m. is when we're going to kick it off. If you have not registered, please go to Celo Connect, click on Paris, and you'll be able to sign up. We do have a small amount of space, so you are more than welcome to bring a friend, but I am expecting that we might end up reaching capacity. So with that, I just want to say, share some love, right? We have some fantastic judges that are going to help support the pitches during this event, and I want to give some thanks. So we have Emo Kurt, who is an investor at Gradient Ventures, who's going to be attending. As the folks are going through the pitches, we're going to be giving some feedback, and we're going to go through an iterative cycle so we can improve and work better together. So Emo Kirk is going to be there to help support. We also have Deepak Noli, who is the founder and CEO of Cresco Labs. Deepak is very much interested in mentorship and supporting the ecosystem. And of course, you just heard earlier from Gabriella Chang, founder of Ethic Hub. Thank you so much for attending and providing the mentorship. As well as Eric Koller, co-founder and CEO at Node Finance. Thank you, Eric, for attending. It's paramount that together as a community, we provide the mentorship and support with one another. And as you can see within our event here in Paris, that's true. We definitely are fostering the growth cycle. And I just want to say thank you. And I look forward to anybody that's going to attend tomorrow. It's going to be a super fun time. Thank you so much. And I want to hand it off to Anna and Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brandi. Wow, what a round of updates and highlights from everyone. I guess my real highlight is that I got to spend my Celeversary with all of you here today. So it's crazy to see how much we all accomplished in 1 year. And I hope that another year from now, we're here on stage again, recapping on what a great time and what a great year it's been. But last but not least, we actually have a community award to give out. So Daniel, take us home.
Yeah. Let me just check. I just forgot. So as in every Kuneco call, we give out a builder award in the Celo community, and the winner this time, as the community has voted, is Focus Pilot. Focus Pilot is the African ambassador for Fly Wallet. So community has voted, and he's the winner. We're happy we're happy that we have that. Yeah. With that, I think that this is the end of the Kuneco call. Thank you so much for helping us, and thank you so much for participating. You are all great, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much.